I have had so much fun today. I'm currently still listening to it's Elise, right? And it's the thrifting teacher and Felicia. Oh my gosh, so many good things going on today. All right, let me make sure that I am live over here and we can set that up. Hey Jerry, how are you? I was coming on a few minutes so that I could early so I could get my YouTube set up. You know how that could be, right? All right. Let me get everything set up. How is everyone today? I'm still listening to and trying to watch because I've been learning all day. All day today. It's been so much fun. So, welcome in. I am going to put in. Okay. We should be doing great, girl. Well, I'm glad. Okay, the chat should be open, and I have my subscribers set on a little bit higher um, than normal so we can have some peace. And I hope that Elisa is not going to panic because I went on a few minutes early, but I wanted to get that YouTube on. So if you are popping on, make sure to say hello in the chats. I'm excited to have a new vamp friend today. So excited for that. So, hi, Karen. How are you? Now, Miss Karen, do you go on to Vamp? Do you go on to Vamp? Because we have Canadian friends on Vamp. And I can't remember if you're, hey, Becky Sue, I cannot remember if you are on Vamp or not. Because you can only see the chat on YouTube if you're watching. Oh, no, you don't. Now, it's a website. It's a regular website if you want to do www.virtualantiquemarketplace.com. And it asks you the same things like your name and your email address, and then you can see the whole chat. But I'm so grateful that you are joining me all the way from Canada on YouTube. Hey, Miss Nikki Moss, how are you? Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I've been listening all day today to Vamp. And I had to work. Rude. These people, I mean, they bleed and they want your attention. We'll work on it together, Miss Karen. We'll work on it together to see if we can get you over there because I want you to see the whole chat, all the chat. But we do have a whole group of Canadian friends. Hey, Miss Carol, beachside artisans. People live in my dream. They're at the beach. It was an amazing day. You must have gone thrifting. Did you go thrifting, Nikki Moss? To the bins? Y'all. Okay, my YouTube friends, my video is going to be up. But for anybody that does content on YouTube, can I just say that it is taking 3 and 4 days for my, hey, Miss Susan, I was listening to your little haul the other day while I was working. Your car was packed, girl, with all those goodies. I was so jelly. No, amazing day. Oh, yes, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. So, y'all, let me just tell you about this YouTube thing. It is taking 4 days for my dad burn videos to upload on YouTube. Now, that does not make me happy. Not one lickety iota split. So, I am going to have I went to the bins. So, Nikki, y'all are always talking about you and Susan, all them, the bins babes. Well, I went with Shelly, my bins babe, aka Tina. And so great learning stuff today. I've missed Pack Rat because Tim insists on having food in the house. Rude. And hers was really good. That's the one you should have really watched. No, I'm just kidding. They were all really good. So, hey, Elise, I'll be with you in just a second. I'm waiting. They're wanting me to hold off, but I might just kind of bring you on in so we can be talking. So get ready. Let me just say that I went to the bins too. And they closed all the bins in like an area of Houston, like all the little bins, like a bins over here, bins over there. And they put us all in one warehouse out in Cypress. And I drove all the way out there because I wanted to go and Shelly knew how to get there. Let's be honest. It is a warehouse. Now, for us, a lot of clothes, not that many hard goods, but I did film in there. And I got a lot of stuff. I was like, I even took my own cart because they were like, there's no AC, there's no heat, there's no carts. And I'm like, why are we going? But anyway, we went and I have a little wagon cart, little grocery cart in my car at all times. Let me just say that. And so I was prepared, and which is good because Shelly found a bunch of books. I missed all the shows and learning today. Darn work. I know work is rude, but I finally got started doing the haul. When I got to the cash register, y'all, she said, I was thinking, oh God, I just spent, $50 at the bins. She said, that'll be $17. I said, did you get all this stuff over here? And she was like, yes, ma'am. I said, and did you get all this stuff over here and all these books? And she said, yes, ma'am. I said, $17 it is. I tried. I tried. So, yeah, I tried. Let me just say this. Dolores and I have been doing jewelry chats for 4 or 5 years, and I needed to come to Vamp, and I was too chicken to do a sale. So I thought, well, let's do a jewelry talk, right? And that was like in December. It is so exciting for me for all the jewelry lovers to be coming out, right? And to be, because I'm like, hey, is this like, what is this made out of? I got 3,000 pieces. Let's get through it. I collect no jewelry. I only collect donkeys, and that's because they're Jesus's animal. And that's the only thing I collect. So now that all of these I would consider these almost experts coming in here. We've had LaDonna and Felicia talking about cellulite and cellulose. All I know, celluloid, something like that, is that I got cellulite I'm with Jerry. We got it on thighs and some other places, and it moves a lot. Anyway, they were talking celluloid and cellulose today. Hey, Amy. Um, and I feel like I've hung out with Amy all day today. We've had our own conversations since about 10 o'clock this morning, or 11 o'clock when LaDonna went on. So starting at 11, we have learned, my brain actually hurts. I'm half excited and I'm half exhausted from all that we've learned. But then we went on to Felicia talking about all the clasp and dating brooches and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sitting here thinking, if it weren't for Dolores, I'd have been putting that stuff, just anywhere. So like $5, something like that. So thank God for Dolores. So I am so excited. When we kicked off this jewelry chat stuff in December, I was like, I hope these people aren't counting on me. Because if they're counting on me, and I beg Dolores for one Sunday a month, right? I was like, if they're counting on me, and Dana was like, oh, teach me. Girl, I can't teach you nothing. Do not look for me for nothing. Hey, Felicia, thank you so much for the raid. Oh my gosh, y'all were phenomenal. We were just talking about, I am so grateful that all these jewelry people have come out, because like y'all have said, every one of y'all have said the same thing. Nobody knows it all. Some people are more excited about some things than others. What I learned today, let me tell you what my takeaways were today, y'all. One, definitely need a nap. Hey, Latana, girl, I never talked to you. And we have Marco Polo. These people want me to work. Well, today I was busy. I was in school today, like Vamp school today. I learned today that our jewelry we've been wearing and our ancestors have been wearing forever is flammable, will catch on fire, will disintegrate, will also stab you. And it's made from a combination of things like formaldehyde. And I'm like, how have we been able to procreate? I mean, it seems to me like we should all be tested, because I'm sure that's part of my problem, is that all my people wore this jewelry and it finally just seeped enough into the skin. And here I am, right? And here I am. So I'm just saying that was dangerous stuff. Poisonous, combustible, will stab you, can be used as a concealed weapon. I was thinking, golly, some people don't need to be. Amen, says the church choir. Gee, Zoomini Christmas. But I'm not going to lie, I have learned some stuff today. I have taken screenshots of Felicia's on BAMP. I'm at work on the computer and they talk about lead in houses. That's the least of our problems, Becky Sue. It was an amazing day on Vamp. And that's what we're saying is that Vamp is way more than a selling platform. Now, we got so excited talking about stuff that there was only a few times that people were able to run anything. So please go and check out. LaDonna, are you going to part with anything you showed us today, ma'am? You are going to part with some of that, right? Because, that's kind of like eating ice cream in front of children. That's rude. You don't, it's got a spam call. And my dad burn phone is on. Do not disturb. She said, yes, 85% of that. Okay, fellow chat people. Hand raised if you think she's going to get 85% of it. She's going to let it go. I don't know. Willie, I hope you've been learning and listening today. We went to school today. LaDonna and Felicia and Elise, they took us to school today. And what's funny is that two of them are actually retired teachers. And LaDonna teaches me technology daily because I can't do it. Totes of this toxic jewelry. It has been fabulous. All right. Missy Lisa, can you say something? Because I done up and lost your little name in the chat, honey. I got excited about today. But if y'all are knowledgeable in any other areas, I'm inviting you in now, sweetie. I want y'all to jump on. I'm gonna get a notebook. I need to go back and I look on sticky notes. Hi.
Hi. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you. I'm going to put you on my big screen over here because I won't be able to see your items. Plus, it's a second device. Should I want to purchase anything? That's just how I roll.
Oh, there you
I
go.
think I learned that from Nikki Moss, though. I don't think that was not something that I would have come up with.
Yeah.
I think it's Nikki Moss. So, y'all, I am super excited. Now, is it Elisa?
Yes. Yeah.
Elisa
Yeah.
with one S.
Correct. Yes, I'm so excited to be here. I'm jealous listening to you talk. It sounds like Vamp School was amazing today.
Oh my gosh. So for us jewelry geeks, which I didn't even know I was a jewelry geek until Dolores, my friend from the UK, began to teach me about all this jewelry that I was gifted. And I used the jewelry mainly as a way to raise funds for a nonprofit. So we would talk about the jewelry and we would say if you want to claim it, they could claim it for whatever price we put on it, and that monies would go to an organization called Lunches of Love, which we both are. I've been with Bunches of Loves from Ground Roots. And we haven't done a sale for them in a while, so we're going to have to. The problem is I've been doing my Sundays. We've been doing the jewelry chats for about 4 or 5 years, and it's always been on Sunday because of the time change. Dolores is in the UK. The time change, that's when she can do it. We both work full time. And so people have always loved that. It's a way for me to get the jewelry out there. It's a way for me to make content. It's a way for us to make money for Lunches Love. Triple win, right? Triple.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So, no, we do not want to get her started with anything political, please. Yeah, in all my free time, right? Don't get me to line. You know, we don't got free time. But now that we I chickened and wouldn't do a sale on BAMP, so I did a jewel. I can sit here and talk about jewelry. And Dolores said she would do it with me. I pulled her over after I did the first one, and people just loved it because jewelry is easy to ship. It's stuff you can pick up a lot
Yeah.
of times, and you can get it in lots. And it's fun to go through. I mean, we love to go through and find, if you find one clip earring over here, Speaking of clip earrings, hold on. Then
Mhm.
you might find if you find another one, it's like matching buttons in a
Yeah.
box with
Yeah.
jewelry. Miss Susan, where is Miss Susan? I said this the other day, but I'm going to say it again. So we did a little sale, or no, it was a jewelry something. And I had these, they're marked, what are they again? Cara Lee, Cara Lee earrings. Teach you one thing,
Oh.
it sure the heck wasn't appropriate. Nikki Moss. Let's talk about my stocking. You don't just sell, oh yes, I don't just sell jewelry. I had some kitsch. Nikki Moss now, it got there safely, didn't it? And you used all my packaging materials. So you're welcome. Now, you probably had to get your husband's pocket knife out. It was my
Oh,
first time to ship a big old thing of glass. It was
oh,
like
wow.
an Amberina compote with a lid. And I'm so
Wow.
dingy that I'm excited to take my friends to the my one of my shops. And we're in there and we're just looking around. And then they all start buying stuff, which I'm excited about because they're engaging with me, right? And they're loving my shop as much as I do. And my shop owner is really thrilled. And then
Look,
she says, what about the Amberina? And I'm like, sure, we get it for a steal. And then I'm like, oh my God, I have to ship that to Iowa.
oh, I know. I still hold, I mean, I try my best to package things as best as I can, but I still hold my breath until I know it's there and I haven't heard that it arrived broken or anything.
I
So
must
yeah.
ask her every chat, Nikki, did you get my box? Miss Nikki Moss, did
Yeah.
you get my box?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you know what? You're welcome. It got there safely.
Yeah,
And then
right.
she let me know she used on her sale, she used all the package materials. So not only did I get it there safely, I provided you free packaging material.
Yeah, really. What's there to complain about, right?
And then here goes Amy. It's like children. We're like siblings, you know. And then here goes Amy. She gets all the credit because she didn't use any tape.
Oh my,
Reduce, reuse, recycle, Willie. That's right.
yes. I
Okay,
think
so
we all do that.
let me show Miss Susan if she is still here. Y'all remember when I had them Cara Lee earrings? And I was like, well, I got one like this. And they're Cara Lee, they're marked, all the things. And I got one like this. The problem is they don't look the same. They're different, right? Can you
Mhm.
see the color differentiation and some of the all that?
Yes.
So Miss Susan says in the chat, oh, I use those for button shirt things or whatever. Um,
Like
and
cufflinks.
it was something like that. And I
Mhm.
was like, well, you know what? Since they're oddballs, I'll just send you these because she already had a package coming. Well, the other day I'm digging through the box and I find the other of both pair. So
Oh
now
my
I've got to
goodness.
send these to Miss Susan so she will now have two pair of vintage Cara Lee earrings. So,
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
oh my gosh, I can't believe myself sometimes. But with this much jewelry, I have over 3,000 pieces.
Oh wow.
Lost
Did you
count.
see did you see Willie's message? He said it looks like one of those earrings. It looks like someone hung out from a smoker's ear.
It might be true, but I do think they're different because one of them's got a black thing in there, but it could be. Yeah. So I've told the
Mhm.
story many times about how my beloved friend, I have a very beloved friend, Hetty. She used to, when jewelry jars were at Goodwill for like $7, $8, she was going 3, 4 times a week and she was just pilfering them for the gold and the silver. She would sell it off. It would be well more than the jar. Right now they're
Yeah.
50 and $60 at our Goodwill.
Wow.
Um, and so she was just selling a few pieces here or there. She is the mom to some special needs adults now. But it's care. It's and her siblings and husband, that's all caregiving. So she wasn't able to keep up with it, and then something about she couldn't make more than a certain amount of money or people's benefits would be cut, and children need special needs children need their benefits. So anyway, she was like, I just need to make room. Somebody was moving back in, and she was a foster mom, and they were moving back in. She goes, I need room. So she started just giving me jewelry, and I thought, well, Dolores knows jewelry, so we'll have something to talk about.
Yeah, right.
And the next thing you know, here we are. And she just keeps finding more and more jewelry. And then she found a pair of pearls that she had, what do you call appraised and
Mhm.
authenticated with a certificate, and sold them for $4,000.
Oh my goodness.
She
That's
sold them
amazing.
in a junk jar at Goodwill.
Oh, geez. Now that's
Mhm.
a real nice treasure to have found.
And she said,
That's a
I'm done. You can have the rest of it. And I was like, okay, but there's some big pieces in here, some really nice pieces, and it's worked out. So and she loves that I donate it. There's a YouTube friend of ours whose husband was burned at his job, like
Mhm.
80% of his body.
Oh, how awful.
And we did a jewelry sale for that. I think LaDonna and Cheryl were also in on that with me. And so we donated and we did a jewelry sale. Miss Pamela Blanchard, for her, we did a jewelry sale. So it comes in handy. And Hetty loves the fact that I use it to donate. She was like, sell it off and pay the gas money and we'll go to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And I
You
always buy
guys
her lunch.
you
Goodwill and
guys
lunch.
have me wanting to go to the bins. I looked up my closest bins where I'm at, and I think it's about an hour and 20 minutes, which is a doable drive,
Mhm.
but listening to everybody, I now want to go to the bins. I've never been.
You've never been.
No, no, because we don't have one like in my city. So yeah, I want to go. I can't, all the stuff, but like watching Misty's hauls, I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
She said, I'm in New York and the closest to me is Connecticut. The bins are worth the drive for sure. She's a bins virgin.
Yeah.
You need a t shirt.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. It can be overwhelming. And we've been to the bins many times. And in ours, we call the hood bins that we used to go to. It is addictive. You're right. You've never been to the bins either. Oh my gosh. Or you, Amy? Oh my gosh. It so where we were going in H Town proper, it was a little like dive bar ish where it could get a little sketchy at times. They have cops there, people are being arrested,
Oh my goodness.
it's all the things. Oh my gosh, all these people that never
Yeah,
been to the bench, y'all. What are we gonna
yeah.
do? But we just stayed over to ourselves. And my friends get in the zone. I'm the
Mhm.
one that's watching everybody. Like my head is on a swivel constantly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, no, you're not taking that. That AP comes out, that assistant
Yeah.
principal comes out, and you're like, no, put it down. You're not doing that. And my friends are like, she can have it. And I'm like, well, you just made me look like a bad person.
Yeah.
But it is very addictive. For us, we don't have the good stuff that Susan and Nikki and Brooke and Misty find. We don't see that. We
Yeah.
really have to dig for stuff. But sometimes you do find a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Um, but it is addicting. Like if you find one little good thing. I found a 1939. It's the second printing, Miss Felicia. It's a 1935, and then they reprinted it 1939 book. So now Felicia, because she did the book talk, she's got me in the bins digging through books, these, and which nobody's over there because everybody's in with clothes and shoes, so nobody's looking at the books, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's called Little Sally Mandy's something. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we're all going to move in with Susan. She's got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna try to find a day that I can go on the weekend and just try it out and see how it is.
Yeah. Just stay away from the new bins. That's my thing is, well, and I for us we need to wear gloves because it's Houston. You know,
Um,
you need to make sure there's broken things in there. Like they don't separate the glass. So they'll be like clothes, and then there'll be chunks of glass. So we do say wear gloves or use a little picker, or
Okay.
um and I say this is my tip. I take a gallon sized true, right, Willie? It's funny because it's true. We take gallon sized bags, and all the littles that get to the bottom of the bins, I literally just take and move all the clothes over. Although I found new with clothes like Chico's and stuff. But I get like the little stuff and I put it in the Ziploc bag. So
Okay.
things that are for like your doodad trays or the little people, we find a lot
Yeah.
of little people or pieces like that, maybe. And there's usually a lot of doilies and stuff in our. Oh, did she really wear gloves and bring hand sanitizer? Mm-hmm.
Will do. I'm
Yeah,
taking notes.
yeah. But it's addicting, so you'll have a great time.
Yeah. I'll have
You'll
to
have
report back.
yes, report back. We want to see.
Yes.
I
Now
see that. I can
I
push a button.
haven't added my stuff. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
go
so
ahead.
do so I just click on the little store thing, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Whoops. Okay. Let me see here.
Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. Cheryl actually broke a rib in going to the bins because she showed so short. She bent. She like reached over to dig in the bins, and she popped out a rib.
Oh my goodness, that sounds painful.
Apparently, I'm not the person to go with because I'm laughing. But I'd
Oh
helped
my
her.
gosh.
I'd helped her, and then I'd laughed at her. Well, I'd probably laugh first, but that would be me. Barely? Really? You're only barely 5 foot? That surprises me, Amy. You know, you envision people as taller. Everybody tells me how tall I am when they meet me. And I'm like,
I'm
I'm tall. They're like, you're a lot taller. And everybody so taller than Cheryl. Oh, she's bitty. I didn't realize how small she was until take a step stool, says Becky Sue. All right,
well,
so
I'm
add your
short,
stuff
so
in.
I'm over here adding it. I'm almost done here. I'm short. I'm 5'2", so I'll probably fall into the bin is what'll happen.
Get you a grabber. Get you a grab.
I heard
I would
somebody
agree with that, Willie.
I heard somebody say uh take elbow pads in case you need them.
Now, look, I'm not that close to people. I mean, I like to have a good time with people I know. Like here,
Yeah,
I'm not a peoply person. Like, yeah, no. I'm not a peoply person. I don't like really big crowds. I just become very too protective.
yeah.
But here I have a great time because there's nobody in my space.
Yeah, yeah. No, that surprises me because I picture you very much a people person outside of Vamp even.
I mean I am, but I don't like big crowds. You know,
Yeah,
I've done all the back in home you have to. You do all the like pageants and all the choir performances and performing and all of that. And I've, you know, in education you have to kind of be a people person.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's
But
true.
yeah, I'm very much a downtime person at home.
Hmm.
So I'll be excited to see how we do in Canton. LaDonna and I are going to go to Canton, Texas. Willie's going to go too, right, Willie? Anyway, and it's like but it's a field. It's like a big flea market field. So yeah, we can walk around in the field, and there won't be so many people like breathing your air.
Oh,
Amy says Susan will throw elbows. Her and Brooke, just don't take Brooke's old books and don't take anything Susan has her eye set on. Just anything.
oh my
Yes.
gosh!
I am an only child and only grandchild. Yes.
Wow,
And I say I'm the only great grandchild, and that's because it's the only one that mattered. So
that's neat. Karen said she doesn't like crowds either. That's
yeah,
why she goes grocery shopping at dinner time on Sunday.
good deal. Good deal.
Oh,
Well, I am super excited to have you join me. I am going to let you formally introduce yourself to the group. I've been watching you on Tuesdays at what 5:30, 6:30, depending on what
Yes.
time zone you're in. But I would like for you to introduce yourself to everyone. And I think what we'll do is show two items each and then switch. So you'll do
Okay.
first and then I'll come and do two.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, I am so happy to be here tonight. Thank you, Beth, so much for inviting me to do a duo with you. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to be here. I have loved thrifting since I was a child. I was the kid that would have the garage sale with the lemonade stand.
Oh, fun.
Yes, and so it's actually like an inside joke within my family because they would say, "Hey, you better put that away because if Elisa sees it, she's going to put it in her next garage sale." I was always scouting out things for my garage sales. If I thought you didn't like it, if I thought you didn't use it, I was going to save it for my next garage sale. So I still get teased about that till this day. Um, so I've always liked, the idea of finding undervalued items and flipping them for a profit. I like to peruse the Salvation Armies, the Goodwills, the antique malls, so it's just so nice to be part of a community that you have like-minded people. And
Mhm.
so I've enjoyed it so much. I had stumbled across Misty's YouTube channel many years ago, and so I had been following her. And then when she opened up Vamp, I thought, oh my God, this is like a dream come true. So I've been on Vamp since day one, and patiently waited until the live sales started, and here I am. Here I am. I do it part time. I have a day job. I'm in human resources.
Mm-mm.
So yeah. So this is a nice break from that because let me
Bet.
tell you. I've been doing that. I've been in HR for all of my career path, and let's just say that things have really changed over the years. It's really a challenging role to be in. I'll put it that way.
Yes.
But yeah, yeah,
That's why I no longer am in administration.
yeah,
I just work in the school somewhere. I don't want no. I'm
yeah.
It's too hard tiptoeing around everybody. Where are you from? They want to know.
Illinois. I'm in Illinois. Yep. I've lived here all my life. I'm about 90 miles west of Chicago.
Mm.
Um, so I'll be if anything sells tonight, I'll be shipping from Illinois. And if there's I do a combined shipping, so if there's any postage overage, I will refund you that difference. So no worries there. But
Hey,
yeah,
Vincent.
I'm glad to be here.
She said she grew up near O'Fallon Air Force Base
Okay. Yes, I have heard of that.
in Illinois.
Yeah.
Huh.
The good old Midwest.
And I know you had a sale last night because I was there, and you had some of the cutest planters. So I hope you were also able to add some things to your buy it now. But please, as Karen said, make sure you are go ahead and click her name and follow her purple bandana
Mhm.
and check out her buy it now. And I think you did one or two duos before.
I did one. I did one before, and I don't know why. I haven't done one since. But yeah, I've only done one, and I think it was way in the beginning when they had introduced duo sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll try to start doing more.
Well, sometimes when you work full time, I will say when you work full time, it was that there wasn't a lot of activity on Vamp, And now there's really good activity on Vamp in the evenings now. It's a real bummer when the last person goes off at like 8 o'clock. I think last night the last person went off at 8 o'clock. I was like, well, now what do I do? I mean, I'm already in bed by then. Don't let me lie to you. But I was just like,
Yeah.
well, so I'll just go to sleep because nobody's on Vamp.
Yeah, but you're right. It is hard when you have a day job and then you try to get the auctions scheduled and set up and but there seems to be more people participating now, which is really nice to see.
Yes. And speaking of participating, y'all, we got the Mother's Day tea party coming up April the 19th. That's a Sunday. Do you just have to do a duo for Mother's Day on that Sunday? No, you can do it anytime you want. We're kicking it off on that Sunday, but anytime after that, you guys can do it because I know a lot of people can't do Sundays. Um, and it's an opportunity if you have an iPhone, if you're an iPhone user or an iPad, then you can do a duo. If you're an Android, just grab somebody and be like, hey, I'm going to do my sale. I'm going to rate into you. Nikki and I are kicking it off at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. I have to think real hard about the Eastern times. Hey, Nifty Kitty. And then LaDonna and I, we're going on for an hour. LaDonna and I, and then Carol, Beach Artisans, is coming on with me. So she'll be another new friend for me to do a sale with. And then I'm going to hop on to Rachel. So I have 4 hours of sale. I don't know.
Wow. That'll
Um,
be fun.
no, I'm not. That's my hair. That's my hair. Kathy Wiseman is a friend from YouTube, and she makes phenomenal, um, like headbands, very ornate,
Oh.
beautiful headbands. And she thought I had an ugly headband. No, that's just my hair. Thank you so much. I know, right? I don't know how that ended up happening. I think I was good for 3, and then Kim said she was not going to be doing hers that day, so Nikki jumped and I jumped on the 10, and then it just went from there. Yes, Penny Sue, we just hope that you'll be able to join us for that. And I know several other people have already done it. Just because we're going on, I know there's somebody else going on at 11. Who's going on? Sharon? Is Sharon and Amy? Are you going on at 11 that day? I can't remember who's going on at 11 that day. So, y'all, you still got plenty of time to schedule it. And again, if it's a lot of people don't like to go when it's really congested on a certain day. Um, I think Sharon and me, okay, all right. Yeah, that's right. I meant at the tea party. No, I'm going to be trying to wear the white one to your tea party. I've got 2 tea parties, so I'm going to try to wear one of hers. Um, and so some people, can't do a Sunday. They don't like to do it when it's too congested. So there's all the following time. You can do it anytime. There's always time for a tea party.
Absolutely.
So, all right, why don't you show your very first item?
Okay, let me see what I can move to stage here. Just scrolling through these. All right, let's do this.
Chrissy Lynn, there's not a schedule. Like on my thumbnail, I put my schedule on that thumbnail because like if I'm doing it and these people are hopping on my channel, so it's my stream, and they're hopping on for an hour, then they will hop off and the next person will hop on and so forth. So it's me on and they hopping on and off, and then I hop off and join Rachel. So yeah. Hey Cheryl. Wait, I missed it. What's a tea party? Oh, the Mother's Day tea party. And all that information. Okay, hold on, Elisa. Just say this. Check the channels because we are not just posting thumbnails. There's tips, tricks, there's all the information about the tea party. There's thumbnails that Karen made for the tea party. All the things that you need to know are going on. Also, check to see if you have any messages because I know I sent messages to several people. And Misty and I think maybe people don't know they may not be getting notified about their like chat messages. So if someone doesn't message you, they may not see it. So maybe send them a chat message where it says like at purple bandana, and then they would get a notification. So just those are just some tips and tricks that we've been talking about lately, so that yeah, check your messages, because sometimes lots of people are sending you messages, but that's some people are reaching out for you to do duos. I know that was my case. So all right, sorry about that. Go right ahead.
Not a problem. All right, so I am starting off with a DeForest and California mustard jar. Um, look at this guy. Isn't he adorable? He has this cute little hat that says mustard on it. You know, the where summer is coming, it's right around the corner. So it's nice if you have these types of pieces when you're entertaining, when you have your barbecues, your cookouts. Definitely fun to put on your table. So he's in really good condition. No chips, no cracks. There's the underside of his hat. Says mustard on it. Now, this is not the original spoon, but the spoon will be included. And then I'll show you a close up of his face. Just a jolly old fellow, looking very happy. I'll give it a spin here. The back side of the jar has his hair. It's hand painted, and then the bottom is marked DeForest, California, hand painted. Hopefully, you can see that. So again, there's different ones of these to collect. There's I know there's a ketchup, there's a relish, there's the mustard. There's one that says onion. So there's a lot of them that you can collect if you want to add to them as you see them. I will go ahead and start the auction. The auction is running. It's for $12. This is a really good price for this item. They're getting harder and harder to find, or if you find them, a lot of times they're missing the top,
Mm-hmm.
or they're chipped or cracked. This one is in really good order. Thank you so much for your bid. I appreciate it. Just kind of rotating it so that you can see him from all angles. And thank you so much. 210 vintage cap. Am I reading that right? Caps.
Is that Gloria? Sorry if that's wrong. I'm so sorry, but I've tried to remember lots of people's names.
Call you Gigi. Thank you, Gigi.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to do better with remembering people's names. Forgive me. I don't always remember. Appreciate your bid. That will be shipping out to you tomorrow. That's
Awesome.
exciting. I think you're going to really love having that when you're entertaining. Um,
Yeah, and I can't believe it
oh,
has a spoon.
oh, and I'm sorry. Yes, I should have explained that. Somebody was asking what PBR is in front of my
Oh,
listings. Uh, I put that's for purple bandana resale just so that I could find the items easier. But that's a good question. Thank you for asking that.
I use a crown in front of mine because it will help me find mine as faster too.
Yes. All right. So speaking
Yum.
of, I'm sorry, Beth, did you say something?
Yeah, that's yummy. Look, it says desserts.
Yes. So speaking of summer and just trying to get ready for the summer season and entertaining, here is a vintage cookbook. It's favorite recipes of America and it's desserts, including party beverages. So it is a hardcover book. And let me just flip. It's in overall good vintage condition. Um, the copyright, I'll show that to you, is right there, 1968. And then here's the contents of it. It's got definition section. It's got a baking chart, beverages, cakes, frostings, fillings, and toppings, candies and cookies and meringues and torts, pastries and pies and puddings and cobblers and crisps and shortcakes, fruit desserts, chill desserts, dessert bread, foreign desserts, and special occasion desserts. So, I mean, it's just limitless, all of the different things that you can make. And I love these older cookbooks. They're just a lot of fun. Here's the beverage section. There's no torn or missing pages. I did see where the previous owner would put like a little check mark on some of the pages, some of the recipes that I think were probably his or her favorites. But I'll just quickly flip through it just so that you can see. We're in the ice cream sherbet punches, uh, cakes. Do we have any bakers out there?
Me,
Yes, that's nice. Um,
Becky Sue.
I like to bake, but I'll admit I cheat. I I do a lot of cake, box cakes, you know. Like here, this she had put the 2 stars peach preserve cake. That sounds good.
Mm.
Velvet cake, pound cake, angel cake. I mean, lots of cake, chiffon cake, banana chiffon, orange chiffon, and then it's got different frostings, just frostings and fillings. So just a really wide variety of recipes. Candy. Have you ever have
Yay.
you made have you made homemade candy, Beth, before?
Oh yes, ma'am. That's how the sweet treats got done. We did custom treats. That's what I did before.
Wow, how nice. Let me go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running. Um, like I said, good vintage condition. You can see the pages are all intact. The binding is good. Divinity, I'm looking at the messages. Somebody makes divinity.
I
Pralines,
cannot
oh
make
my,
that. Mine's always sticky. So,
um, so nice. English toffee, it says. All right. Well, thank you for looking at that. I will put this in my buy it now if you want to revisit it later. Thank you.
all right. Well, Nikki Moss was talking about this fat cat laying up here. This is my first item for today. I turned the camera around this way, y'all, because I just think you get a better view of the items. Let me find it right here. Move it to stage so I can start talking about it a little bit. This is one of the quarry cats, quarry critters. I can't say that very much. It's the larger laying down cat, but look at that face. Look at the
Oh,
detail in that. Now I had a little small one. I was gonna like bring both of them, but it sold at the shop. So look at his little paunch right there.
look at its paws, how big they are.
Mm-hmm. So this one is Second Nature designed. It is year 2000, so it does make the mark. It is a quarry critter. I cannot talk. But and this is Chelsea. Each of them have their own names. It is made in China, but it's I can't remember. I know it's like sand, rock, and then it is carved out. But look at that face and look at the detail. No chips or cracks in that. The dimensions for this are in the photos. There's no damage to this whatsoever. And I mean it's a solid little piece. It's about 7.5 inches long and about 1.5 inches tall. It is going to have Oh, this is 30 seconds. I'm sorry, y'all. 30 seconds for $26 and it is started now. But it's a very smooth, just like butter. Smooth like silk, but the detail in these are amazing. There's a whole line of them. There's different animals. These are the cats. Her name is Chelsea. Look at that. And then The faces are of the two that I had were the same. I love this line of critters. Yeah, my cat Puddin modeled for that. Puddin is a mess. Well, thank y'all for looking at that. This will be in my buy it now for now. As many of you know, I have two vintage spaces. I'm actually struggling with inventory at this time. One of the shops in the one at Glen Flora, is actually almost empty. So she's said a few things to me about that. So I got to get busy. All right, I've got some salt and pepper shakers that I want to bring next. I thought these were adorbs. These are so totes adorbs. Now, these are the vintage Midwest of Cannon Fall season. So they're going to be marked with the DWS or the MCFS. That's a mark for them, but it is a chef and stove. These are shakers. So let's look at the chef first. How adorable is he? He probably had some sweet treats. I'm just going to guess. There's no chips or cracks. You can see some crazing in there. Got the spoon behind his back. These are adorable. I think I need to fix these because I know I need to go thrifting. I work. They won't let me. They make me do things. So you can see the crazing in there. I tried to put that in the pictures as well. But other than the crazing, um, there was no imperfections. The stickers and all are still on there. These are going to also run for 30 seconds. I'll try to fix that in a second. And they are running now. They are starting at 15. There is your dimensions for each of those, and it's also in the photos as well. So I just thought these were very different.
He definitely looks like he likes his sweet treats, that's for sure.
I know. I think it would be cute in a little display in your kitchen with a cookbook or something like that. I thought those were really cool. So thank y'all so much for looking at those. And I will turn it back over to Elisa.
Okay, let me see here. All right, let's move this to stage. All right, next we're going to take a look at just a little storage box. I like to pick these up because you can never have too many cute little vessels to store things in. This one is dated on the back, 1998. I don't know if you can see that there. And it had some, they're calling it social notes. Those notes are no longer in here. But it's a yellow box, checkered, and then right in the center, it's got these cute flowers. And then it opens up this way. Hold on a second here. There's the inside of it. It's nice and clean. And what you are going to get is some vintage inspired pinup stickers. So let me just show these to you. Here's this one. So if you have you could put these on your computer, you could put these on your water bottle. They're just vintage inspired pinup girls. Look at that. There's that one. There's this one here. And you'll get all of these.
Ooh
So if
la
you
la.
yeah, ooh la la is right. If here's this one. And here's this one. But these little boxes are just nice if you have other stickers you can add to it. If you do have note cards and don't have a little box to store them in, these are always nice just to have around. If you have some stationery, and there's that one, and there she is. So I will go ahead and start the auction. Again, decorative storage box with these stickers. As far as the width, it's about 5.5 inches this way. And then it's about 4.5 inches this way. There's the back side of it, 1998. It's in good, clean condition. There's the inside of it. And it's just a nice cherry yellow box with that red center with the flowers. All right, thank you for looking at that. That will go into my buy it now. Let me see here. Next, we're going to look at a Delft piece. Let me move it to stage here. All right, so here is a signature blue and white
Oh,
Delft
love.
Delft uh wall sconce. It's done with a blue tulip, and then you've got flowers going all the way around it. It's kind of a dome shape. If I put it like that, you can see that. And then here's the underside. It is marked Delft here at the bottom. Hand painted Delft, it says blue, and it looks like this is piece 5 of 2000. And it's got the little wire with the hook ready to be hung. So no chips, no cracks, it's in good order. You know, sometimes you have just that certain wall space where you're looking for just a little something. This would be so cute. I love the floral motif on it. I will go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running. Um, as far as from top to bottom, we're looking at about 6 inches, and then across probably about 4 inches. No chips, no cracks. A lot of people I know like to decorate with blue, so this would really be a nice piece to add. It's nice and springy. You've got your blue tulip there and florals around the edges there. All right, thank you for looking at that. Thank you. I'll let you take it away, Beth.
All right. Well, we are going to do this piece because I saw that I had a pre bid on this cutie. And I'm going to move this to stage. This is new old stock. And it is a tea towel, flour sack towel. Um, and it's 30 by 30. So, um, and it says, what does it say here? For the For the past 100 years, flour sack towels have remained the cook's favorite choice of towel. Originally, they were salvaged fabric from old flour or grain sacks. After the flour was used, the cotton was bleached, washed, and trimmed. Over the time, it became the flour sack towel we know and love today. They're famous for their absorbency and softness, great for drying dishes. Um, and this is the sassiest poodle I think I've ever seen. I
I
think
would agree.
is adorable. Great detail in this print as well. I had several different dog breeds, and I just found this one. I don't know why I didn't put that out, but I'm gonna go. Oh, sales. So, okay, got it. She's a diva. Got it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the auction for this one. I did go in and change mine just because I talked so much at the beginning. I know that shocks all of y'all, but I had a pre bid. So, thank you so much for your pre bid on this. I mean, she's got her shades. She is very, very, she is highfalutin. I bet she has a convertible.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think she is adorable. I'm surprised they didn't paint her toenails in this.
Yeah, she's
So
cute.
adorable. All right. Thank you so much for your interest in this. I will get that out to you. All right. We were talking jewelry today. So, um, I'm gonna bring this piece. Now, this is a piece that we recently just discovered in the bags of jewelry. It is a vintage 1960s Sarah Coventry gold tone Versailles cuff bracelet with a Givre, Givre rhinestone. So just look at this cuff bracelet, and it has the box clasp where we pinch. They were calling those other bracelets today something else. LaDonna, what were y'all calling those? Um, clink, clank, what? I don't remember. But look at the clamps. Thank you. Clamper. Thank you. See, they were listening. I was at work dealing with bloody noses. Sorry. Here is your, I can't get it. Here is your Sarah Coventry mark there. Right here says Sarah Coventry. It is a Rivoli stone, but it's called a Givre, Givre stone, gold tone. It's one of the clamper bracelets. Probably. Look at all that detail. Now, the chain that would have been a safety chain, little piece here that goes here to here, which could be fixed if you have another little piece of chain. But all of this detail is absolutely beautiful. Look at the leaves. And then we've got some prong set or they're double prong, whatever. And then the roping around here. This is just a beautiful bracelet, and I'm going to bring it to stage while y'all admire it on my speckly arm. Let me find it down here. It keeps moving stuff around, doesn't it? When we are, where's my stuff? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it does. I noticed that too.
All right. It is absolutely amazing. It's rather large, as you can see, but it's easy to come on and off. That's the one thing about bracelets that I don't love is I usually am struggling to get them on and off. But there's that stone. That
That's pretty.
stone in itself is almost 1 1/4. So this is going to run starting at 36. And if you move your hand from behind it, look how it opens up back here. That's beautiful. The timer is running now for 20 seconds. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece. I just think that is so pretty.
Hmm.
And again, it is marked Sarah Coventry. So this one will be in my buy it now if anyone is interested in it later. And as Felicia said earlier, y'all, you can always send offers. I just learned last time we were chatting that when people like your things, a clamper is simply hinge, no clasp. You have a box clasp bracelet, in my opinion. A clamper is simply hinge. So, what I call a snap bracelet, are those actually called clampers? Because I just call them snap bracelets. I do know that's a box clasp. Got my little information on there so I don't sound dumb when people ask me about it. So, all right, those were my two, right? Yes. Okay.
Yep. All right. Let's take a look at a little UNESCO piece. This is part of the UNESCO Country Cousins line, and this is super cute. Take a look at this little redhead with her little, is that a cat, would you say? I think it's a cat. The cat's wearing a
Oh
party
my gosh,
hat.
that's adorable.
The cat's wearing a party hat. She look at her barefoot. She's got her little overalls on and her cute little yellow t-shirt. And I love these balloons that she's holding. They're kind, I think they might be made out of I don't know, kind of like a styrofoam with some felt over it. But she's got her party hat on. She is ready for her birthday. And there is the backside. She's got her bow in her hair. Look at those overalls. They're cuffed at the bottom. Just super, super sweet. Let me show you a close up of her face. And let me
Like
put
girl,
her down and I'll So from top to bottom, she stands about 4 inches tall. I will go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running. Again, it's made by UNESCO. It does have its original sticker still at the bottom here. You can see that. And there it is, stamp UNESCO 1982. No chips, no cracks. Just a sweet little girl from the Country Cousins line, ready to celebrate her birthday. All right, thank you for looking at that. We will put her in the buy it now. We set that there. And let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, let's take a look at this adorable tea light. Let me move this a
Oh,
second.
wow.
Um,
Look at that.
This is a floral, hand painted floral and bee tea light candle holder. I'm gonna just spin it so that you can see the different color flowers
That is
with the stems.
adorable.
Look at the little bee there. And then what happens, and it's tall. Let me put a ruler up to it. We're talking about 11.5 inches tall. And then this lamp here is what removes, and then you would put your candle inside of here,
Mm-hmm.
and it would flicker through this frosted
Oh
top.
my gosh, I love that.
It's just super cute. I can see this like in a if you've got like a foyer or an entryway or even on a desk. It's just super cute. And spring is here. So I love the floral motif and the flying bees. It's just really, really cute. I will go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running for $12. Um, I like to put little lights and candles in different nooks and crannies just to kind of, give a warm, cozy feel. This would be perfect for a nice summer evening. You come in and, um, have something like this lit up. And it's just unique. I had never really seen anything like
Yeah, it's
this.
just
So I
enough. It's
really,
just enough. Oh, look at Penny Sue winning that.
Penny Sue, thank you so
It's
much.
just enough
Appreciate.
little bit of light, and it's so dainty. That's what I love about it.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Penny Sue. I'll get that shipped out to you tomorrow. Appreciate it.
And doesn't have to go too far.
Yeah.
Is that your two, or you have one more?
I think that was my two. I did the little Enesco birthday girl in
Okay.
that.
All right, y'all. I have I don't know why I tried that, but this is a set of six um, Pembroke square cork-backed coasters. Now, I display them like this because I love ribbon. And so I tie up all my stuff in the shop with ribbons if I can. So I'm going to move this to stage. But there are six of these, and they're all the same. These are Pembroke out of England, not Pimpernel. These are Pembroke. So I will give you an opportunity to do a little bit of searching on those if you would like. But this is like an acrylic finish. I love the colors on this. This is, blue is my color. That's my signature color. We even have a color called Beth's Blue. Um, yeah,
Wow.
it's that color right there, that blue flower. I mean, we made that up, but I'm an only child, so that's why. It's just been that way for 54 years. I don't know what to tell you. But
That's blue. I like that.
it's because everything I wore was that color. I just, everything is
Oh,
that color. But there are six of these. No damage to any of these, not even any water damage to the cork or anything to the acrylic. So this is is hard and acrylic. So you, if it got water on it, it's not going to be like your Pimpernel, which are sometimes they have a little bit of less hard surface and more paper. But there are 6 of these. They are a 4x4. Again, no damage. These are going to run for 20 seconds for $12 for the set of 6. So it makes them about $2 each. Again, they are 4x4. I love the colors. Isn't that pretty? Like on a
Yes, very
patio or
pretty.
something? Like a little room?
Yes.
I love those.
Yes, very pretty.
Right? I do. Very bright. I need to put this with some white wicker furniture. Makes me think of and I put this is how I keep them together as well. All right, I'm going to do some more coasters. And this is for my friends in Nebraska. Go Big Red. Now these are vintage paper coasters, and there are, I think, 30. Oh Lord, don't get me to lying. Oh, sorry, did I miss? Hey Susie, did I miss Fly Girl? Sorry, Fly Girl, if you didn't hear me say hey. I think that there are there are 20, how many of there? 26 maybe? I can't remember. 26 of these. It's in the listing. Now I am going to include these 3 that are in the back, but I just didn't know, I was just going to include them just because they were original. But if you can tell, these have water damage to those. These are the party ones. And so I had placemats and another set of these. I don't know why we found Nebraska stuff in Texas, but the rest of these, all of these are in wonderful condition. They've got the little scallop around them as well. So I say there's 26 and then 3 that are, if you don't want them, you don't have to have them. They are about 3¼ inches in diameter. But this is Go Big Red. This is Harry Herbie. Is that his name, y'all? Our Nebraska people. Harry Herbie, is that his name? Nebraska Cornhuskers. I'm going to start the auction. Oh, this one is at 30 seconds. So y'all let me know if that's. Bye, Karen. Thank you so much for dropping in on YouTube. Appreciate that. But these are all in excellent condition. They're just the little paper ones, but I do have 26, and then there are 3 that do have water damage, but I was going to add them all together. Did it start? Did it start yet? I moved it to stage. Steve says Herbie Husker. All right, can y'all hear me?
I can hear
Okay,
you.
did it start? Something, it says something went wrong. No, it's not on stage. Well, it keeps telling me something went wrong. So I don't know what that means. Does anybody know what that means? I'm going to move it to stage. We'll try it again.
I see it now.
Okay, so
I think.
I see a sun cat.
Oh, wait. It ended, it says.
Yes, we can hear you. Weird, it ran. So how do I do that? Duplicate it to run it again? I'm just going to run it again. No, that won't be right. Okay, never mind. I'll just run it again. I didn't hear it like beep down. Did y'all? It means district isn't a
I
Nebraska fan. Well, maybe not. That was weird. Okay, well, it's running now. For a minute there, it just kept saying something went wrong. It just gave me an X at the very tip top of that. So that's weird. All right. Well, it's technically the wrong red. Roll Tide. Well, I get you. All right. I'm going to turn it back over to you. Those were my 2.
okay. Let me move this to stage here. All right, next we're going to take a look at a sun catcher, and this has ladybugs on it. And it's made by it's got the little hang tag here. AMIA, it looks like AMIA. I know they're known to make different types of sun catchers, and it's got the has the chain here, so ready to be hung. It's in good condition, no chips, no cracks. It's got the yellow ladybugs and the red one with all of the leaves on it. So this would be great for if you have a window in your kitchen. Um, and especially now that hopefully we're going to see more sunnier days, that would be just a cute little addition to add to one of your windows. Once that light comes through, these sun catchers are really a lot of fun. I will go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running. As far as the width, it's about 4.5 inches across. And like I said, it's got the chain for hanging. And I believe it would hang like, let's see, yeah, I think it would hang like this. I think there is a right and a wrong. I don't know. Do sun catchers have a right and a wrong? I think it goes like that. But it's just in great condition and just a fun little thing to add. I know a lot of people like ladybugs, so this is really cute. All right, thank you for looking at that. We will put that in the buy it now. You move that aside. And let's see, what else do we have? Okay, this next piece, she is super, super cute. Let me move her to stage. So this is a left and pink ballerina. Now she is a single shaker. Um, but a lot of times when you run into single shakers, they can be turned into figurines. And that's what I thought when I saw her. I thought she is definitely worth saving. So I'm just going to move her up close so that you can see her. She has the applied flowers on her little tutu. Now, she does have a little bit of, I guess, kind of like the glaze has come off in certain areas, like right there. Um, just give her a little spin so that you can see her. And then down towards the bottom, a little bit of glaze loss, nothing earth shaking. But I love the applied flowers, not only to her little tutu, but she also has the applied flowers that still have the rhinestones in her hair. Let me turn her around. She's got her little wings, and there's the holes where you can see she was or is a shaker, but I do not have her companion. And then she has the original Lefton sticker on there, the mold number and the stopper. Just super cute. Look at
She
that
is
face.
adorable.
Isn't she? I love her. I had to pick her up. Let me get a ruler up here so that you can see from top to bottom. She's about 3.5 inches tall. I will go ahead and start the auction. She is running for $12. Um, when you have both of them, these go for pretty good money if you look at them. Looks like Nikki Moss is winning. Thank you so much. I know that lately a lot of us are talking about printer shelves. You're looking for the small little things. She would be perfect for a printer shelf. Look at her bun. She's just super, super cute.
Yeah, she's adorable.
Thank you so, thank you so much, Nikki. She is going home to you.
Yeah, she is. Even like in an assemblage or like a printer's tray, like you said, that she's adorable.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I'll let you take it
All
away, Val.
right. So since we're doing the red, okay, does this help? Does this help, Karen? Does this help? Okay. We had everybody sing it together now. One, two, three. Oh, Canada. Okay.
Ah,
I was like, since we did some Nebraska, I had to do some Canada too. Got some salt and pepper shakers. These are Capland. I'm sure I'm murdering that. Maple Leaf, Canada, beer mug, salt and pepper shakers. On the bottom down here, it says Korea, Vancouver, Kaplan, no, Copland, something. You know what I'm trying to say. But these are little salt and pepper shakers. I thought they were adorable. We know that we have lots of friends over in Canada. I'm sorry that Miss Karen just left because that's my friend from YouTube from over in Canada. Been trying to get her to come over um, to Vamp because we've got all of our other Canadian friends here. So there's about it's about like 2.25 inches. So these are going to be running. Let me see if I can find them. It's easier said than done. All right. These are going to run for $12 and the auction is starting now. There is a 1 and a 3. I mean, usually here we have 2 and 3, but they only give you one. Probably healthier people than we are. Yes, I tried to tell her that. It is running. I thought these would be so cute. I like to collect all the different shakers. Thank y'all for looking at that. And then we're going to go from Canada all the way to Mexico. We're going to go to Mexico. And this is a little vintage Mexico lot that I have right here. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Move to stage. All right. So I have a little hand carved maraca. I just have one though. But if you're waving flags or whatever, this one is a little hand carved one. I also have a Emiliano's vintage stir stick with our little mariachi guy there. And then everyone needs a big old shot glass. Did y'all see? Okay, so you know that lady Barb that does she's a I don't know, middle-aged lady that she does all these tips and tricks. She did a tequila soaked baked angel or toasted angel food cake bites. Did y'all see that? You do it in the air fryer. So you take your tequila and some lime, you cut up your sponge cake, your angel food cake that you could get at the store, and then you kind of dip it in, soak it in like you would do an egg wash. Then you put it in your air fryer and you crisp it up. And everybody's talking about how good they are. So this is a little hand painted souvenir piece, little scenic piece there. But that's a big old shot. I'm not doing that shot of tequila. Nope. I probably wouldn't have done that in my younger days because one, I don't like tequila, and two, that would probably burn your esophagus off. It's
Oh my goodness,
Can
I
you
know.
imagine? But yes,
That looks like a double
it
shot.
looks like, well, a shot is this. That's probably a triple at least from all my
Triple.
bartending days. That's probably where I got half of my behavior bartending. Um, yeah, so all of these are just leads to some bad decisions. You know, they wrote a whole song about it, how it makes your clothes fall off. So I put these little three pieces together. You could just make a little mini drink in there and then play some music once you get lit. It is going to start at $10 for the little lot for Mexico. Hey, Miss Deborah, how are you? Thanks for joining me over on YouTube. We are on Vamp Virtual Antique Marketplace. And so you will only be able to see the chat from YouTube today, but I appreciate you being over on YouTube to say hello. I just thought this was really pretty. I have a friend of mine who does a little display where her birthday is Cinco de Mayo. And
Oh, that's
And so
cute.
she does a little display in May in her home, like a little vignette. And she had a little, I don't even know what it was. It wasn't a maraca, but it was something else. And it actually does shake. So sorry if you had your earbuds in. I just blew your earbuds out. So sorry. All right. Those were my two, I believe. You still
Okay.
remember that, LaDonna, and it was your honeymoon? And you must have really had a bunch.
All right. Next, we are going to look at a otagiri chicken creamer. So this is really cute
Chicken.
too. It, it's got it has the otagiri part of its sticker here. You can still see that a little bit. Hand painted, it says. And it's in the listing. I forget, but this design here has a name to it, and it has the circular design on it, done in the blues. And then there's the opening for the creamer to pour out. There's the little back end there, and then the other side has that same design. I forget what they call this, but I do believe I listed it on in the listing. There's the inside of it. So it's super cute. I mean, obviously you could use it as a creamer, but if you don't use cream, you can use it as a little planter. That would be so cute. Or you can leave it as is. You don't necessarily need to put anything in it. It's in great condition. Happy pattern. Is that okay? Thank you for that, Karen. Yep, I knew it had a name. Yeah, so let me go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running. It's listed for $12. No chips, no cracks on this. Um, some people like to decorate with chickens. This would be a cute piece to add to your collection. Of course, it's great to use for what it's intended for, a creamer, but I just thought it was really, really cute. Otagiri has made some really nice things. I actually have, I think, a couple of mugs in my buy it now that if you're into Otagiri, that's something you might want to check out. All right, let me move that aside. I didn't even hear that countdown, Beth. Am I not hearing
Well,
things?
I didn't hear mine either, but I guess maybe I don't have. I'm just having to watch the little timer thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at a planter. It's a poodle planter. This one is really, really cute too. Um, So here is a poodle planter. Let me show that face up cute. Isn't he adorable or she's adorable? Um, and she's got her little, pearls, even though they're not white or anything, but she does have a little collar necklace on there. And I love the eyelashes. Just super, super cute. And then there's the inside of the planter. I mean, you could tell that this has been used as a planter, but overall it's in good condition. No chips or cracks. There's the back side of it. There's the underside of it. I'm not sure who made this planter. I should have probably looked it up, or maybe I did and just didn't find it. I know it's a common planter. I mean, I've seen it before, but I'm not sure who made this particular one. I am going to go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running for
That's
$12.
adorable. Hey, Dana.
And again, you can use it, on your desk. Maybe you want to just put your pens and your scissors in here. You could use it for maybe your makeup brushes. That would be cute on a vanity. So there's different things you can use it for. It doesn't have to be used as a planter. All right, that auction has ended. Thank you so much for looking at that. All right, Beth, take it away.
Okay, let's do some jewelry because that's what we like around here. I'm gonna do this is another piece that we just talked about in I think it was mine and Dana's jewelry chat the other day. 28-inch glass bead and stone necklace. It does have some paper beads in there as well, which I think are amazing. And then it goes down into a tassel. But since looking at this, I've learned something. Let me bring it up a little bit closer. Here is your beading and your glass beads and stones, your polished stones there. They have some silver style, silver tone end caps there. Look at how cool these paper beads are. And I just saw a reel or something about people making paper beads. There are two strands down in here, and then it goes to another set all the way down. Now, it does have, it's 28 inches. It does have a larger lobster claw clasp. I do not have any make or marker on this one. And so this is like a hefty little class there. But let me show you something I thought was interesting and get your input in this, y'all. Because um looking at this, y'all tell me what you think. So there's a couple of these that actually fluoresce, and the only ones that fluoresce are these little nuggets, these style nuggets. So does anybody have any idea why those in every section, it's just those style beads are going to fluoresce? They're all coated the same. Um, I know that the paper turns blue, but these turn actual green. So I don't know what those stone may be. So anybody that does, I would love to know. Even looking up close, you can tell that they turn, hey, Dusty Moose, they turn a green color. So I thought that was very interesting. I've never seen that before in those types of stones. So I don't know. Like these are probably glass, but I don't know what stone that would be that they literally turn green. Again, it is 28 inches. Sorry to blind you. 28 inches. I do have it pulled back so that you can see the tassel. This is like a 4-inch tassel. I'm going to move this one to stage. Artisan made. We're going to call this artisan made because I do believe that it's all hand strung, and then the beads are made as well. This is going to run for $24 starting now. Um, but I was curious about those particular stones. Now, when you look at them up close, there is some green in that stone, very earth tone, but I just don't know what that stone is and especially to make it fluoresce like that. I'll have to ask Dolo what she thinks. Sometimes we have people in the chat that knows that. All right, thank y'all for looking at that. And since this made me think of the beach, I am going to bring up this. These are pretty cool, y'all. So anybody like to cruise in the chat? Anybody like to go on cruises? Um, I've been on, well, I went on a carnival when I was young, like 10. And then we used to cruise on Holland America because my stepdaughter uh danced. She was contracted and she was part of the entertainment. So her dance company was contracted with Holland America. And I got to go to Nova Scotia and I got to go to Alaska. And yes, I did. I thrifted in all of those places and videoed that. But this one is from the Carnival. These are vintage, like platinum guest pins. This one is from the Carnival Conquest. And y'all, I must have had 5 different lines or ships. It was all Carnival, but so different ships of these pins. I even found a Carnival Christmas like sweater. That thing sold so sure. Sure, thank you. This that sweater sold so fast by someone who works for Carnival, and she said you cannot get that unless you're on the ship, and it was a vintage one, and she really wanted it. So this is the last one of these that I have. It is for a platinum guest that would be there when you got on board. They would give you these. My dad is a big wig cruiser. He does it all the time. And so basically, it was your pass. If you wore this lapel pin, you could go all different places. Does anybody else know anything about these? It says, when we heard you were coming back, we wanted to give you a little something to show our gratitude. So we decided to make you an honorary captain. Just kidding. But we're giving you this cool little collector's pin as a token of our gratitude. It was a little more than a just a souvenir. It was almost a pass. If you wore it, then they would know. I'm going to run this for 20 seconds for $10. It's on its original card. Again, I had like 5 of these for different cruise lines, and this is the last one that I had. But y'all, I'm going to say that all of my carnival stuff, that carnival stuff did very well for me. So I appreciate you looking at that. I don't know if anybody else that has run across any of the um, souvenirs. Like, I know we do Amtrak sometimes, or the airlines. Would you mind if I ran the coasters again for her?
No, go
Okay.
ahead. Go
Thank you
ahead.
so much for coming in and being interested in those, Dusty. We're going to restart on this one. So what I have is, I think there's 26. These are the paper coasters. There's 26 that are without damage, and then there's 3 that I just included, just GP, in the back, but I just added those. These are all the clean, unused ones in here. So, and I believe there's 26. I'm going to run these for, did it end already?
I don't, I didn't see it
Okay,
run.
so hold on. Maybe I'm not doing, I'm clearly Vamp has something against this particular
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Move to stage, but it's not, I'm moving it to stage. Hold on. I must be doing something wrong. This one says move to stage. Okay, I'm going to just start auction. Did that work?
It's
Okay.
running.
Thank you, Dusty. Sorry. I don't know I'm sure it was user error. But yeah, I think there's 26. I kind of fanned them all out when we were there. And I think Steve said he's Huckster Herbie, not Harry Herbie, I think. So, thank you for coming in and asking about those. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Elisa. Thank you, Dusty.
Okay. I have some salt and pepper shakers here as well. Let me go ahead and move these to stage. And these are literally 2 peas in a
I
pod.
saw those. Those are adorable.
And when I found them, they were still in their blister pack.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in great condition. But so here's the 2 little peas, one with the 3 holes, one with the 2. They've got their stoppers, and then here's the actual pod that they sit in. Isn't that
That
cute?
is adorable.
So it's a really pretty green glaze, no chips, no cracks. Like I said, I found them in a blister pack, which if when they sell, I'm gonna ship them that way too, just to keep them safe. But I don't think these were ever used. Maybe they had them on display, but no chips, no cracks. Super, super cute. Um, Let me go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running for 30 seconds. They're I've got them listed for $10, and I know there's a lot of salt and pepper shaker collectors out there, and I just thought these were unique enough. Don't always see these. Um, Trying to spin them around so you can see the different angles.
They are
All
adorable.
right, thank you. That auction's ended. I will go ahead and put these in my buy it now. So be sure to check those out later if you change your mind. Let me see, what else do I have next? Oh, this one here. Let me move this one to stage. All right, so next we have a set of two birds. And what kind of birds are these? Who's the bird lovers out there? Help me out. What are these birds? So they've got the yellow. They're done in a yellow and gray. So the gray has a little bit of speckling, but they're very well done. Let me show you head on. Look at those eyes, the beak, and then there's the profile, and then there's the underside. You get both of these, no chips, no cracks. And the other one is just as in good condition. These are fun if you have like a bookcase or a bookshelf and you just want to tuck these in. Um, that's what I like using this size for. Or if you have a fireplace mantle, these would be cute. Or if you have a windowsill that's big enough to hold these, that would be super cute as well. I will go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running. You get both of them for $12. And I like the color combination. I think a couple weeks ago I was talking about yellow and gray. I just love the looks of it. I think a lot of times you don't think to put yellow with gray, but something about it I just love.
Hey, Miss Barbara. Hi,
Oh,
Tammy.
hello, ladies. Thank you for joining. All right. I'll let you take it away,
The
Beth.
only yellow birds I know are like yellow finch, and I have no knowledge of birds. Let me just be real honest about that. None. All right, this one is going to be, since we did some summer stuff, our summer birthday people got a little matte finish Joseph birthday angel June. Y'all, her flowers are not broken. Her wings have not been broken. She's not been decapitated. She does have a halo. I mean, she has her little Joseph sticker right here. Joseph Taiwan. So this is the I guess their Joseph original was Japan and then they made these. Am I correct in that? And then these were Taiwan. But all of her little purple flowers are there. She is a June angel. She looks a little void in the eyes, but that's okay. She's smiling. She's not been decapitated. Her wings are still there. Everything is good on her. She is going to run for $12. That timer is starting now. And I did put the height in the listing, but she's about close to 4 inches. 4 inches, little Joseph June girl. June will be here before you know it.
Oh, time it just flies, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Super adorable. So super cute. Okay, thank you for looking at that. For my next one, for my next trick, I feel like that's what I always say. I'm going to show you a larger round crochet. I call it a table topper, but a lot of people would use this as a tablecloth. I call it a table topper because I like to put a big tablecloth on and then another one in the center, almost like a bread or a crumb catcher. So it is that beautiful, almost Tiffany teal. Well, it's more of a teal than the Tiffany, but color. I think now, Kathy Wiseman could tell me, but I think that's a strawberry stitch. Is this the strawberry, y'all? But it is a large. No damage to this one. It is 28 inches in diameter, the teal blue and the white. It is round, and there's no damage. There's one spot I want to show y'all though, and I did put that in the listing, but these beautiful, beautiful little flowers there. Can you imagine doing this? I cannot. I
Oh, I
have
can't
zero
imagine.
talent to do anything like this. But
Yeah.
it is a large one, so it is round. There is one area where I believe that someone may have tried to iron it, and I won't be able to find it for the life of me at this very moment. But if you look in the picture, there it is. I don't know if y'all can see it. See right here? I think they tried to iron that, and it's right
Hmm.
here on these little under pieces, right there. And I think that was the only one. I noticed it. You know, when you take pictures of stuff, that's when you're going to notice it.
Yeah.
I can't tell. Y'all tell me. Do you see any more right there? Like two little dots? I feel like there's some right there. So I wanted to show all that to you, but it is absolutely stunning and beautiful. This on a table with a planter or something in the middle, some yellow. That would be beautiful. I'm going to run this one. It is $30. Unless y'all can make one. I'm going to start the auction toward 20 seconds. These are just beautiful pieces. Love to
They
put these in
are
the center of
beautiful.
my table and then I usually will put my tiered tray in the center as well. But because this one is got the color in the center, I don't know if I would want to do that. Just so, so pretty. Maybe a nice clear vase on there or a little side table. That is so pretty. All right. Thank y'all for looking at those two things. And I will turn it back over. Now, you could run three because I think we have three items left. Is that correct?
That is
Okay, go ahead
correct.
and run three this time.
Okay, will do. Let me move this one to stage. Okay, so next I'm going to show you a little kitschy vintage piggy bank.
Oh,
She is
oh my gosh,
adorable.
she's so cute.
She is getting ready to play tennis. She's got her tennis racket in hand. She's got those adorable red looks like little flip flops on, and that red bow with the polka dots on it. She is made out of ceramic, and she's been well loved, I would say, but still in overall good condition. There is some paint loss back here where the coins are inserted, but other than that, I mean, maybe some paint loss throughout, but here would be the worst part of it. But no chips, no cracks, but she is adorable. And there's the underside. So she does not have a stopper. And it looks like somebody marked it. I don't know, maybe they gifted it in 1979.
Oh, wow.
Um, but she is super cute. And what's neat is she has that paint, some of the areas glow. I don't know if it's going to come through. Can you kind of see that on
Oh, yeah. What's
camera?
that paint called, y'all? That it glows? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what is that?
I had some on
What is,
those salt and pepper shakers from Talavera, Mexico. What is it called? Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me insane.
yeah, yeah, I can't remember either, but you can see there's certain pieces that glow.
Glowy paint or something like
Eh,
that. I might have
Yeah,
made that up.
as Misty would say, it glows like the
Yeah.
Dickens. And then she's got some parts that glow back here. But overall, good vintage condition. She's just a little kitschy. I will go ahead and start the auction. That auction is running. She's running for $12. And her overall height, she's about 5 3/4 inches tall. And the overall width, let's see, just a little shy of 4 inches. But she's just happy. Again, these are cute little pieces that you can, if you have a children's room, you can put it maybe on their bookshelf. Be very, very cute. All right. Thank you for looking at that. I appreciate it. Let me see. We've got two more items here. Um, okay. This next piece is a vintage butter or cheese dish.
I lovingly call
So
these cake dishes because that's just about the size of cake or stores a cupcake for me.
you're absolutely
Somebody
right.
do
That would be
cupcakes.
that would be a great. Yeah, I like that. I would probably use that for cupcakes myself. Here is the lid. It's done in this floral pattern, and when I purchased it, it had this little pink bow, so I just went ahead and kept it. But obviously, you can remove that. But it's got the roses, it's got the white flowers, some yellow flowers, some blue flowers, and that floral design is all the way across. There's the underside, and then it's got the cute little handle, and then the under plate is right here, also with the floral design. Does have some crazing throughout. It's got the gold paint around it. And this measures about 6.5 inches this way and about 5.5 inches this way. And then it is stamped on the back. If you can see that, Royal Winton Grimwades made in England. But to Beth's point, I mean, yes, you can use it as a butter dish, you can use it as a cheese dish, but I think it would hide a couple of cupcakes or a slice of cake very, very well.
Wouldn't last long because I'd be lifting that lid about 15 times to eat them cupcakes. But, just evening up your cake slice. Anybody else do that? Just even up your cake slice one fork at a time and then
Oh, yes. Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. I will go ahead and start this auction. That auction is running. It's running for $24. But these are just nice pieces to have. Pieces like this, especially in my area here, they're getting harder and harder to find. But not only are they pretty, but they're also very functional. That's what I like about them. And if you're entertaining, I mean, that's definitely a conversation starter. People are going to want to steal it from you. So
it
cute.
is. I love that. And I like the crazing in it. I know that I watched a girl restore. It said something about your
Yeah.
grandma's dishes has all the brown crazing about putting hydrogen peroxide and then in a very, very low temp oven for like, I don't know, like 8 hours or something. And then I guess
Wow.
it expands the ceramic and then the hydrogen peroxide gets in there, but I would guess it would be much like teeth. You can take Q-tips and put them on your teeth and whiten your teeth. It's the same, but you would rinse that out, of course. But yeah, I watched that
Yeah.
girl redo her grandma's to bring it back to life, and I was like, I don't know. I think I'll just leave the crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work, but hey, if it works and you have the patience to do it, absolutely. I kind of like the crazing, I like that vintage look. And so yeah, it doesn't bother me. So this is my last piece for the night. It's a ceramic piggy bank, and he is
He is.
adorable. Um, that nice chubby face of his. Um, and I'll go ahead and spin it around. Uh,
So cute.
and look, Look at that tush. Look at that tush with that tail. And there's this profile, and whoever had it before put the those
Oh yeah.
felt bottoms. So it's in good condition and it has its stopper still, but I just could not resist that face. It's so cute. And then here's the top part where the coins would go. And again, I like it because it does have that stopper, so you don't have to break it. I will go ahead and start the auction. I know there's some pig collectors out there. So if you know a pig collector, this would be an adorable piece to add to their collection. Um, you could definitely use it as a piggy bank, but I think it would look cute just sitting on a shelf or a dresser. Just so cute. No chips, no
When I was
cracks.
in like, I guess fifth, sixth, seventh grade, they would gift those like to birthday parties, and somebody would take the paint pen and write your name on the side and draw some like flowers and squirrelies and scrolls and stuff. I remember getting one of those with my name on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. Yeah. All right, Beth, I'll let you take it
All
away.
right. Funny. I'm gonna tell you all funny. Well, it's not really funny, but it's a story about a piggy bank when I'm done. I'm gonna start with this. This is another piece that we looked at just the other day. It's a 20-inch hematite necklace, but it does have a crucifix on there. So I wanted to show you the length of it here, and again, I did put it to the back so that it would stay on the mannequin. But it does have one of the little barrel or screw clasp on there. And then it's got some hematite seed beads and some square beads. Now, the only thing that I felt was interesting about this was that had some colored beading here. So I don't know if that's like water, land, and heavens. I don't know what the significance is about that unless they just were putting in some color because I'm not Catholic, so I just don't know. I do have a little hematite cross there. Right here where my fingernail is an imperfection, and I don't know if that was done before or after because it's very, very smooth. And then there is some wear to the gold tone um, on the Jesus figure here on this part of the crucifix. The little cross itself is going to be about 1.25 inch. So it's about 1.25 inch there. This one is going to be running for 20 seconds for $10. Again, I don't know what the significance, if any, there is of the stones in there, but it's a beautiful hematite necklace. It is a vintage piece with the screw barrel clasp. Now, it's not super, super old based on the style of the vintage, but it's probably dates to about the 90s. So I'm going to run that for 20 seconds for $10. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. We've got a couple of more items, and if there's anything else that somebody wants us to come and run again for them, or they just want to see it again, all of the items for me will be placed in the buy it now until the weekend when I go to both shops. And then sometimes what I do is put the item on private. Simply because the shops are an hour one way and 45 minutes the other way from me, and I don't get over there very often. So if you're ever interested in an item, just ask, and it may still be available. And if I get to the shop, I can get it for you. So this item is super cool to me. This one is super, super cool. If we have any artists or people that love to draw, this one is really neat. This is a 1953. This is a ceramics specialties book that worked with eyes and expression. So all of the lady head vases and the animals and all those kinds of things. This was a drawing book for that. The graphics in here are amazing. Again, I think it's by Frank Bowers is the name. Wait, there it is. Yes, Frank Bowers. Ceramic Specialties presents Eyes and Expressions, how to get your get expressions into your ceramics with eyes, nose, mouth, animals, and cartoons. This is all in one book. But the graphics, even if you aren't an artist, but the graphics in here, look at all that shading. That was before contouring took, we know, we knew anything about contouring. These ladies had it. Now, I will say, I noted that it has come apart from the cover, and there's your 1953 in there. But if you have an artist in your family, this talks about how to get the expressions, about the symmetry of the face, about the eyes. I thought this book was really, really cool from 1953. One of the things that I thought was interesting is this is what they were going for. So, all of your ladyhead vases, like I said before, and all of your basic ceramics, these are the way that the artist was getting that. They even had moods and expressions. I thought that was fun. I think I've run the gamut of these expressions. I didn't even know that was a word. But look,
Those are
aren't they
funny.
fun? I just think it is so neat. But look at, there's the eyes and expressions for men and women over here. There's those lashes for days that we talk about. It says here, I've added the eyebrows last in these sketches to fit the expression. To fit the expression, the form of the eye gave back to me. And he wrote a little note there. Remember our dividing method when you start to draw or color. And then look at the babies. Look at these.
Oh, how cute.
Look at that. It's not adorable. I think this is really, really
Yes.
good. Now, this is my favorite page. You see all the little babies. How many baby figurines or cupies or whatever did we see with all of this? But whoever had this book got some tracing paper and tried to trace it. You see, they were working on it. So this was
Oh,
a budding
yes.
artist that was working on their eyes, their eyebrows. I just thought for someone that was into art, into drawing, this would be a great little book. Um, and then look at all of the different children of the world and getting all the different features. I did note in there that this centerpiece is what has come apart. But look at these native types, because everybody's
Wow.
eyes and nose and everything is shaped different. Their eyebrows. Look at this hubba hubba.
Wow.
But can you imagine to be
Beautiful.
able to draw like this? I wish. I wish I could
I'm
draw
so
like this. I
envious.
can't even shade.
Yes.
Like I couldn't even color that. You'll enjoy
Yeah.
drawing these characters as in your painting. Start light and work to the dark. So it really is a teaching book. Um, and then there's some more detailed photos here. And then it goes into the animals. Well, here's some pirates. So first there's characters. Look at that. Can you
Wow.
imagine? And
What a talent to be able to do
there's
that.
all your lady head poses. So anybody who collects lady heads, this page right here is worth it. Because
Mm.
this is where they get all the side poses, the eyes, and all of the things for your different combinations can give you endless number of expressions. Oh, sorry, y'all. There are the eyes and noses and lips and eyebrows. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Then it says one of the best ways to practice eyes and expressions in ceramic painting is by practicing on a hard boiled egg. And then here's your animals. Look at that chicken. He's madder than a wet hen, as they used to say back home. He's not very happy either. This guy thinks he's shady. This one doesn't know what's going on. And then your more exotic animals here as well. There's 2 pages of those. I just wish I could draw like this. And then look, birds and fowl. And he even tells you what color combinations to use. Look at that owl. Isn't
Wow.
that adorable? I just love this book. So, anybody who has a budding artist, That would be amazing. This is going to run for $15 for 20 seconds. It's going ahead and starting now. Now, just remember that the cover has come loose, but that's because the inner staple here, that's common. But I feel like they, bent it back, folded it back several times to work on whatever they were working on. But again, this is just amazing. And with that book in mind, I also have some vintage ink bottles, since it was for art. And there's going to be a lot of two, I believe. Both of these are going to go together. Let's do this one first. This one is a vintage Sanford's Pennant Jet Black Copy ink. It is marked on the bottom right here. It was Mark Sanford somewhere. It's somewhere in this glass because I'm not crazy. Oh, there it is. Well, I am, but Sanford is right here. I love this glass. Now, I mean, I guess you could soak it out and that would be pretty, but it comes with his original screw top. So there's this bottle, and there's also this bottle, and this is a Higgins, so it has its original label on there. This is waterproof India ink. Now these bottles have the ink is dried up in them, so it's not liquid, but that's kind of what makes it endearing. And it's marked Higgins on the back, drawing ink. These are very cool, I think. All purpose India
They
ink for
are.
plastics, paper, and cloth. This one has its stopper. It has not dry rotted. Now I did open it and it has the dropper on there as well. If I can get it out without slinging it across the room. So it does have the original dropper in there. Made me think of Katie from Vintage and Vinyl, um, LaDonna, because she loved some vintage advertisement. So I have this pair. They are going to be $14 for the pair. You're going to get both. And the auction has started now. But again, if you like vintage ephemera, vintage art supplies, school supplies, anything like that, I love the fact that the bottles both have the name on there, that it has its original label and its original top. I just thought those were awesome. So I'm going to have these three items in my buy it now. And again, if you're interested, make sure to check out our buy it nows. And if you see something and you're interested in it, send an offer. You can send it to me. You for my things. You can send it to Elisa for her things. I know she had some really cute things. That Mother Goose planter yesterday, that was so cute. That was
Oh,
a really, really cute planter.
thank you. Thank you. Yes, but definitely check out our buy it nows. We're open to offers. And this was so
It
much fun,
was.
Beth. Thank
Yeah, we'll
you.
have to
Thank you
definitely do
so
it
much.
again. I know it's hard to do a duo, but nights I'm okay doing it as long as it's not too late because I go to bed with the chickens.
Yeah, no, this was so much fun. We'll definitely have to do it again. And for those of you watching, and thank you so much for giving us
Yeah.
some of your time and reach out to somebody and plan a duo. It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I think sometimes people
Um,
are don't want to ask. They're like, "Oh, she's busy or she already does so many sales or he's already, booked up or, they don't know
yeah,
me." I didn't know Elisa. I've been watching her
yeah,
shows
no.
on Tuesdays because I'm on YouTube on Tuesdays and when I get done, she's coming on. So I would get on to and that's how I found her. But I liked her things. Her voice is so calming. I could listen to you all day long.
Oh, well, you're a delight
Well, thank
yourself,
you.
Beth. This is great. I enjoy listening to you as well. And yes, we'll definitely have to do it
Yeah.
again.
So y'all take a look at the buy it now. We're going to go ahead and close out and we're going to see I think Val cooks on Wednesday nights. Is she on? Does anybody know if Val is on because let me see. I can Yes, she is on. So we're going to bid you adieu, adios, and have a good evening. And until next time, y'all stay pretty and be sweet. Bye, y'all. Let's go over to see Val. And oh, Val and Chrissy Lynn are cooking. Here we go. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.